Title: How God Uses Your Struggles. If you're in a tough season right now, maybe your business isn't growing, your finances are tight, or you feel like God has gone silent, you're not alone. Romans 8:28 reminds us, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." Here's what God is really doing in your struggle, and why your pain has a purpose. Joseph, Genesis 50:20. Joseph was betrayed and sold by his own brothers, thrown into a pit, and later into prison for a crime he didn't commit. But years later, Joseph looked back and said, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." Every setback was God's setup. The pit wasn't punishment, it was preparation for the palace. Job 23:10. Job lost everything, wealth, family, health, but declared, "But He knows the way that I take. When He has tested me, I will come forth as gold." Job's suffering refined his faith. God restored Job with double what he lost, proving that the test produced unshakable trust. Paul, 2 Corinthians 12:9-10. Paul endured beatings, shipwrecks, and prison. Yet he heard God say, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." Paul responded, "Therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me." Paul's struggles didn't stop his mission, they fueled it. So, how does this apply to your hustle, your career, your faith journey right now? Philippians 1:6 promises, "He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion." That failed business venture? God is teaching you resilience. That financial setback? He's building your faith muscle. That closed door? He's redirecting you to something better. James 1:2-4 says, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." Your struggle isn't random, it's strategic. God is developing character in you that success alone never could. He's preparing you for a blessing that requires the strength you're building right now. Isaiah 61:3 promises God will give you a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. Your pain isn't wasted. God is shaping you for something bigger. Joseph went from the pit to the palace. Job got double for his trouble. Paul changed the world from a prison cell. Jeremiah 29:11 assures you, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Your struggle is the setup for your next level. Trust the process. God's not finished with your story. If you found hope here, hit subscribe and share this with someone who needs it. Drop a comment below with the Bible verse that's carrying you through your current struggle. I read every comment, and I'm praying for you. Until next time, keep hustling for the kingdom. Romans 8:37 says we are more than conquerors through Him who loved us.